We're here at Pine Rest where they are celebrating a 5th anniversary of something extra special. Carrie, tell me about it.
This is the Mother and Baby program. There are 5 like this in the nation, and we were the second to open. We've served over 800 women so far in the last 5 years.
That is so awesome. Tell me, what kinds of services do you provide for mothers and babies?
This is a unique program in that it's an intensive program where moms can take their babies with them to get treatment. Sometimes moms who are postpartum have to choose between being with them, their babies, or not getting treatment. And here they can take their infants with them. And we specialize in serving women who are pregnant and postpartum.
The first 2 months I'd say were really good. I don't know if it was like denial or just, you know, that everything's so amazing phase. And then I started getting a lot of anxiety and the anger and not being able to leave his side. But all the anxiety was leading to being exhausted all the time and the feeling like I couldn't do anything right if he wouldn't stop crying and all those things.
I was actually here when I was 8 months pregnant with Grace, actually. And I had postpartum depression after having Lane and managed it with at the time, my midwife. I didn't live in this area at the time. And thought I had it all under control, thought that I had done a good job, and then had a miscarriage in between the two of them. Hadn't fully recovered emotionally from that, and then got pregnant with Grace. And the whole pregnancy was great, except high anxiety.
Well, I always wanted to be a mom. So I was really excited throughout pregnancy, but I've also always struggled with depression and anxiety. And I guess I saw him as kind of my ray of sunshine coming. So when I finally gave birth and I wasn't instantly happier, it was quite the shock.
So moms and babies come here and they'll meet with experts, but then there's also group opportunities to meet other moms?
Right. One of the biggest symptoms you have for women when they have depression or anxiety is a feeling like they're alone or feeling like they're the only one struggled or there's something wrong with them. So to be with other women who are having concerns and then have that mutual feeling of like, I feel like they do, can really reduce the stigma, make you feel like you're not alone, and that getting treatment really works.
I started by meeting with Dr. Nagala, the psychiatrist, and I mean, she's highly respected, and I think of all of the healthcare in this country, it was amazing to me at the time. There were only 3 centers in the entire country, one of which was here, and I thought, I mean, how lucky am I? And how foolish would I be to not take advantage of this blessing that's sitting like right in my backyard.
I went from a diagnosis of depression and anxiety to a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. So that completely changed the way I was treated and helped me out tremendously. They also, my kind of turning point was when somebody here said, how do I stop from bullying myself? And that spoke to me and speaks to me still to this day.
I think we talk a lot about control here, which is a big thing. I really like having control, and with a kid, you don't really have any. And so a lot of the activities surrounding that idea were really helpful, and just being with other moms and other babies. For the first few months, I was on maternity leave, so I didn't really get out of the house. I wasn't interacting with other people. And so that was nice to know, you know, there are other people in the world still.
You think you're making a difference?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, in your 5 years, I'm sure you've served hundreds of women. What is the most rewarding piece of this for you?
You know, we were just talking about that with our staff, and one thing that we talked about is we've heard several women tell us over the years that we have saved their lives, and there's nothing more fulfilling than that.
Excellent. Yeah, how can people get involved if someone is watching today who might need this help?
Look up Pine Rest and on the internet and call our main number and ask about how to get started with services.